Happy Ash Wednesday, YouTube. I'm back with another video. It's been about 3 months. I've been really bad with that, so I'm not going to make any more excuses. um, I do plan on making some more Let's Play type videos, some more Tekken ones, but in the interim, to hold everyone over and just to get back in the groove of things, I thought I would do another video of this time my PS2 collection. So I'll just do what I did last time. I will just take some out for at least one pile, and then the rest I'll just go up. And then I'll just give like a brief backstory as to how I got them in each particular game. Now, a lot of these ones here, I actually don't have the receipt as shown in the GameCube video. Most of them are my originals. Like, we'll start out with this one right here, Tekken 4. I got this for Christmas in 2002. This is still my original copy. I got this with my PS2. It's still my PS2 is still the one from Christmas of 2002. I'm still very surprised that it's still running perfectly. So, a lot of fun memories with this one. I still play it to this day. Very good. I know it's kind of a mixed reaction, or mixed reception, I should say, within the Tekken community with this one. I know if you go back and look at like Evo 2002 up to 2004, it was just Jin versus Jin mirror matches, and he was the most broken player in the game. So, just a little fun fact with that one. But moving on to the next game is Tekken 5 right here. I got this on launch date. This is still my original copy. Got that in 2005 at Game Crazy. For those who are familiar, they were a video game store that were associated and connected to Hollywood Video. I got that there. They only the one near my house only lasted for 3 years, but they closed in, I want to say, 2010 overall. But anywho, another great game. Next is Dragon Ball Z Budokai for PS2. This is another game I got for Christmas in 2002. This one and Tekken 4, as you saw, were my first PS2 games. Had a lot of fun with this one. This is also my original copy. They re-released it in 2012 with Budokai 3 in HD for PS3 and 360. I got that one as well from Christmas 2012, but this is another good one. Next is Budokai 2. Got that for Christmas in 2003. I like this one too, as well, or I should say as well. The art I like more than the first one, but I didn't like the story mode in this game compared to the first. This was more of like a board game. It was kind of weird, like the way how it was outlined. But regardless, the fighting was just as much the same as Budokai 1, with more moves, more characters. Still fun, but the story could have been better. Now, Budokai 3, in my opinion, is the best Budokai game out of the three. Got this for Christmas in 2004, so I notice a pattern here. I got each Budokai game for Christmas. This was fantastic. My buddy and I would play this in high school a lot growing up, so had a lot of fun memories with that one. Next here is Infinite World, which is technically Budokai 4. I got this, I want to say in 2015 on Amazon, when it was actually pretty affordable, but now it's shot up in price. This one I did not care for at all. Like, they changed some of the buttons, and the story mode really wasn't that great. But nice to add to the collection, especially if you're a Dragon Ball Z fan. Now onto the Tenkaichi series. Budokai Tenkaichi, I got this for Christmas in 2005. This is a very good 3D fighter, and it may have been the first 3D fighter in the series. I know for the Tenkaichi series it was, but I don't know if it was just overall for Dragon Ball Z, but this one was fun. In my opinion, they've gotten progressively better with Budokai Tenkaichi 2. Got this for Christmas in 2006. Just as a little bit better than the first one, but still a great game. I did not play the Wii version. Quite frankly, I don't care for the motion control, so I will forever stick with PS2 with that one. And then lastly, for the Tenkaichi games, Tenkaichi 3, I got this in 2007, not long after it came out. This is all the games that I have here are my original copies. This one, I still have the best fights as voted by the fans that came with it. I know this game is very expensive. That shot up in price over the years. I'm glad to have kept my original. Moving on, Guitar Hero 2. I had this in the guitar. Got this in 2007. Had a lot of fun with this one growing up. Haven't played it in a long time, but maybe one day I'll revisit. And then in addition to that, Guitar Hero 3. I used to have the PS3 version. That was my first version. Got that for Christmas in 07. But after my first PS3 broke, it was the fat 40 gig Spider-Man version. I traded in everything. So I ended up getting, since I still have my PS2, I just ended up getting this one because I liked it so much. This one is my favorite, in my opinion. The best out of all the Guitar Heroes, but my personal favorite. Next is NBA Hoops, which is a successor to NBA Jam. I used to have this for PS1 back in 2001, but as mentioned in my previous videos, when I was a kid, I used to just trade in games just for the sake of trading in games and getting new ones, and I never kept anything. But I rebought this in 2007 from GameStop when they were still selling PS2 games. Well, PS2 was still popular at the time, but I got it really cheap. And I remember it vividly because anyone who's a wrestling fan, I got this the day that it was revealed that Chris Benoit did that atrocious and horrible act of... And I'll just leave it at that if you want to look into it, but... Anywho, great game, a lot of fun. Next, NHL Hits 2001. I also had this for PS1 growing up and traded that in. And then not long after, I got the PS2 version from Game Crazy. But I actually like the PS1 version better. For some reason, what they did was, other than the updated graphics, which were great, they did something with the gameplay that I didn't like at all, where if you did a very hard slap shot against the goalie will fall down and give you the opportunity to score, or your opponent can score on you if you're the one that took the slap shot. And I don't know if there's an option to turn that off, but that ruined the game for me. So I'll have to look back into it. But keeping the hockey topic alive, got NHL 2004, the one with Joe Sakic on it. I forget, there's another version of it. It's the same game, but I forget what the other player is on the cover of 2004. I want to say Danny Heatley, but I could be completely wrong. I'll have to look into that. But a lot of people consider this to be the best NHL game for the PS2. I didn't think it was that bad. It was good. But in my opinion, the best for the PS2 is NHL 06 here. That's obviously not like... in the mainline series. I'm not counting like NHL 2K games or hits or anything like that, but just the regular EA main ones. I got this one for Christmas in 2006. My brother and I played this quite a bit growing up. He would always, I would say 8 out of 10 he would beat me. I would get him every once in a while, but he's really, really good at NHL games, so I'm going to play him again. MVP Baseball 2004. My brother and I would sometimes play this. He would mainly play it. He eventually bought his own copy, but he was the one that really played this the most. But we got this like way, way, way down the road because it was considered the best baseball game that we played. So moving on. Madden 2005. My brother and I would play this a lot. Him specifically, he got this the summer of 2004. And then I bought my own copy at a thrift store, and it was the best $2 I've ever spent because we still play this to this day, along with Madden 2006, which he also got in the summer of 2005. So we don't really play... Actually, we don't play the newer Maddens at all, but we do like to play the older ones from time to time, and being from the Philadelphia suburbs, it's nice to see McNabb on it, so that's pretty cool. So for the remaining ones here, I know we're about 10 minutes in. I'm going to quickly go through the remaining games here in this pile, just like I did in the GameCube version. So first one here is Dark Cloud. This is actually my second copy. I traded in my other one back when I was a kid, but I got that from my cousin for Christmas in 2002. Decent game. I haven't played it since I was a kid. I haven't beaten it. I would like to revisit it someday and see if I can beat it. Next is Godfather the game. I have not played this one either. I found it at a thrift store and decided to add to my collection. Same with 24 the game. That was also at a thrift store, and I love 24. It's one of my favorite TV shows ever, but I know that the game is not that great. But being a fan, I feel like I owe it to myself to play it, so we'll see. Same with The Sopranos, Road to Respect. I knew this game was not good at all going into it, but that is also one of my favorite TV shows ever, so I had to add it to my collection and play it. I did beat it. It really wasn't good at all, but because it had the original voice actors, it was great. Castlevania Lament of Innocence. I bought this at Game Junkie maybe about 10 or 12 years ago. To be perfectly honest, I'm not a fan of the 3D Castlevania games. I prefer the Metroidvania type games, like Symphony of the Night, Circle of the Moon, or like the regular 2D ones, like Super Castlevania 4, 3, etc. Next here, we got SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. We got this for Christmas in 2003. Love this game. Played this with school friends growing up. Made a lot of... we made custom characters and went through the story mode, and to this day, it's one of the best wrestling games, in my opinion. Same with SmackDown vs. Raw. SmackDown vs. Raw had a great story mode. It had an amazing customization feature. I'll have to make a video of my custom characters. My brother and I made so many ridiculous ones, like Ronald McDonald, Chuck E. Cheese, Captain Falcon, and they actually turned out pretty good. So I think I will have to make that a video at some point. Virtual Fighter 4. This one, I really do like Virtual Fighter. Being a huge Tekken fan. Tekken definitely got its... I should say Virtual Fighter was a big influence on Tekken, and I played Virtual Fighter before Tekken as a kid. 4 is okay in my opinion. It's not that bad. I might get some hate for that from the Virtual Fighter community, but it is what it is. Whatever. Final Fantasy X. I got that in 2004. Had some birthday money and used it for my 14th to buy this for my 14th birthday. Going into Final Fantasy X too, weirdly enough, I actually bought this game first, and gameplay is fine. It's an okay game, but the story sucks. It's a terrible sequel. I don't care what anyone says. Game's fine, terrible sequel. Final Fantasy XII, one of my favorite Final Fantasies of all time. Got that in 2006, and I got the HD remake for PS4 a couple years ago, so that was fun. Tony Hawk Underground. This was my brother's game. I think he bought this he may have got it for Christmas in 2003. I don't remember, but this is my second favorite Tony Hawk game. It's actually it's a toss-up because they're a little bit different. Can't really compare, but I love Tony Hawk 2, and then I also love Tony Hawk Underground. Both are great games. Shrek 2 I got at a gaming convention. I have not touched it, but I will need to. I heard it's pretty good. Shrek Super Slam. My brother got that for me. That should be a good party game from what I hear. That's another one I have to play. NBA Street. Got that, I think, for Christmas in 2003. That was another fun one to play. A lot of fun times with that. Tony Hawk 3, that was good. Got that at a thrift store. Beat that a couple years ago. I really like 2. 3 is not a bad sequel. Urban Reign is very underrated. Got this in 2005. My cousin and I would play this all the time. Not a lot of people heard of it. It's made by Namco. It's got a couple Tekken characters in it, like Martial Law and Paul Phoenix. But the gameplay is somewhat similar to Yakuza. Just not as open world. It's mainly just straight beat 'em up. But next we have Crash Twinsanity. This was a fun 3D game. Got this at a gaming convention. Beat that one. I prefer the 2D Crash Bandicoots, but this was a decent game. Kengo Master Bushido, I got it at a thrift store. I've yet to play it, so I can't comment on that one. Backyard Wrestling, don't try this at home. I got for my 15th birthday from my mom. I played it once, and I beat it in one sitting. It's not that great of a game, but she knew I was a wrestling fan, so she got it for me. So I appreciate it, and I'm just going to keep it for sentimental value. Parappa the Rapper 2, I love this game. Got it in 2004. Beat it. That was a pretty good one. I think it's a little bit easier than the first Parappa for PS1. The controls are a lot more responsive. I've yet to play the PS4 version with the trophies, but maybe one day I'll do that. Next, Silent Line. I actually got this. Oh, this one's the Armored Core version. Got that from a friend. I played a little bit of it. It's not bad. I just had to get back into it. Like, I stopped and started to play something else, so one day I'll get back to it. Mega Man X Collection I got for my 16th birthday. I had Mega Man X when I was a kid and traded it in, and I didn't have a Super Nintendo anymore because I traded it in like an idiot. So I got the collection for my birthday. Really, really, really enjoyed it. Won't get rid of that one. All right, home stretch here. Rygar, got a Game Junkie. This was a fun game. Reminded me of God of War, kind of. Like a hack and slash. Onimusha, I got pretty far into, but haven't beat yet. I got stuck. I'll have to go back and play. But one of the issues that I had with this game that kind of deterred me from continuing was the tank controls. I know they re-released it for PS4 in HD with trophies, and I think that gives you the option to turn off tank controls and you can use analog, so maybe I'll either go back and play and finish the PS2 version, or maybe I'll try the PS4. San Andreas, my brother and cousin played the heck out of this game. I got this when it came out in 2004. I like it, but I like 5 more, but it's a decent game. Death by Degrees, because I'm a Tekken fan, had to get it. Got it at a video game convention a couple years ago. Hate to say it, I don't like it. It's not very good, but yeah, no more to say about that. Fantavision's a fun puzzle game. Got that 2 years ago at a gaming convention as well. Dynasty Warriors 5, this is an okay one. 7 is my absolute favorite for PS3. Yeah, it was decent. Time Splitters 2. Funnily enough, of all people, my sister and I played this game, and we had a lot of fun playing it back in like 03, 04. So I ended up getting another copy because I traded it in like an idiot. Reoccurring story there. Alright, last 2. We got Capcom Classics Collection Volume 2. I got this because I wanted to play Golden Axe 3. So my friend and I keep getting stuck on the Eagle boss. So I don't know if we'll ever beat him. He's a little bit too difficult, but we'll see. And then lastly, we got Gauntlet Dark Legacy. My wife and my friend and I are in the middle of playing the original Gauntlet Legends for N64. We're getting pretty far. We're almost finished it. Once we're done that, we're going to go to Dark Legacy for PS2 at some point. But I got that at a gaming convention this past summer. So there you have it. That is my entire PS2 collection as of today, which is, oh god, February 18th, I think? Yeah, 18th, 2026. I will make some more videos. Like I said, I do plan on making some more Let's Plays and other types of quote-unquote streaming content. So please bear with me. I appreciate everyone subscribing. I do see some new subscribers come in, and I want to do what I can in order to keep the content coming from you guys, for you guys. So I will see you in the next video. Take care, and God bless.